Number 8. I suppose it's all a bit tied in. Number 8 is what triggers you. So you need to, again, same piece of paper as before, write down things that like be really honest with yourself and write down things that have triggered you to eat or to make the wrong choices, or where you know that you've been very demotivated. So instead of, going for that walk or taking the dog out for a walk or playing with your kids in the park, you've actually chosen to just sit on the sofa and watch living TV. I like living TV, but if you sit and watch it all the time, it does make you fat. If you watch programs of other people losing weight, that doesn't help you lose weight, by the way. So what triggers it? What triggers me? This is a difficult question for me because I eat a lot when I'm sad. I comfort eat massively. And then I eat a lot when I'm happy. I'll just go, this is great, I'm celebrating, and then I just fight. And then when I'm bored, in between, I still eat a lot. I still make all the wrong choices. So I don't know if anything emotional really triggers my response. It does, but the problem is it's sort of all emotions that trigger me to do it. But that's me. Some of you are nodding and agreeing. I know it's bad. It doesn't matter. I'll still eat. But yeah, I must admit, when I'm feeling very, very underconfident about myself, it's weird. It doesn't kick me up the backside to eat an apple instead of a cake or a block of cheese. When I'm feeling less confident or looking in the mirror and thinking, oh, look at my tummy, I will put before and after pictures up on the next video. Before, like a now picture, you'll be able to see how chubster I am, really. But what I would say is, I just thought about all my chub then, I forgot what I was telling you. Photographs. Yes. When I'm feeling particularly underconfident, maybe my self-esteem is low, and that's usually coming from my weight. I think I've grown up a bit, so I don't really get that. I don't really worry what people think that much. And I'm really blessed. I have lots of great friends who take me as I am, and we're all quite polite to each other most of the time. So I don't really have. I wouldn't say I've got a lot of emotional trauma in my life at the moment, which is good. But when I'm the one thing that is a source of my sadness is maybe catching a glimpse of myself especially when I've got all dressed up and I felt something nice and some Marine Ghana, and I feel really good about myself. I'm about to go out and I feel like normal. I feel like I'm an average weight and I'm not overweight. I know I'm just being silly. I'm sort of telling myself that I look fab. Maybe when on my way out I'll catch a glimpse in those reflective windows that I've got, and I'll see maybe my tummy hanging out, or maybe I look a bit, I just think, ugh, and then I think, I don't want to go out, I just want to stay in. But that's actually when I'm having a fat day, that's when I eat more, which is really weird, because you'd think that if you were having a podgy day, you'd think that you'd be more aware of your weight and that you want to do something about it. But for me, it's the complete opposite, because I just kind of think, oh, stuff it, I'm fat anyway, I might as well. It goes back to the mentality I used to have when I was obese, which is, oh, well, everybody knows I'm fat, so why would I, what does a day of healthy eating matter? I might as well just enjoy myself. Funnily enough, when I got through, I'd say the first month or two of my first epic weight loss 10 years ago, I wasn't obsessing about food as much. I wasn't really thinking, I wasn't attaching my happiness or enjoyment. It's really embarrassing, but once upon a time, and I do it a little bit now, even if it's just at lunchtime and I've just had, an all right normal lunch sort of thing, a little bit of a sandwich. Like after an hour, I'll have a cup of tea and I'll be sat at work and I'll be like, well, what's for dinner? I wonder what to have for dinner. That'd be nice. Do I fancy that? And after a month of my old, a month or 2 months into my previous sort of journey, I stopped doing that. Food just sort of went out of my mind a lot more. I still thought about it, but I think because of the no guilt thing, because of I told myself not to worry. Like, oh, I didn't want to also be like, oh, going to a restaurant, what can I eat? My support network, my group I went to at that point had that covered for me. They were helping me out with that. But again, I'd go to a buffet and whatever was there, I knew I could deal with it. But it wasn't like, oh, I'm just, I was less obsessed about food, and I can feel that obsession starting to creep back in. And I think it's just an extension of comfort eating. I really do. So what was the point again? Triggers. Find something. You don't have to find it. Don't pluck it out of thin air. You might not have a trigger. Or you might not know what your trigger is. But definitely have a good sit down in a quiet room on your own, light a candle and summon the answers and say, what historically makes me overeat? What, is it when you're having the girls round? Is that when you sort of eat and drink a lot? Is it when other people are bringing food in front of you? Or is it when you're in the supermarket, so you'll overeat for the first 2 or 3 days after going for your weekly shop? Write it all down, because it is relevant and it will help you succeed, because you have to know the problem before you can find the solution to it all.